So I hope this save. I'll share this to the group. Alright, it's recording now. So this is important class. So I said, when you open CorelDRAW, this is what we see. Our first scene, right? This. So we have the new document. Now, if you have used the CorelDRAW to design anything before, you will see those stuffs on the screen, right? So somebody has used this system for some stuff before, right? So new document here, right? Then you have workspace. Then you have what's new. Then there are some tutorials that come with CorelDRAW also that you can watch here, right? But you have to be with your internet, right? CorelDRAW Academy, free certified training. So if you want to get certified in using CorelDRAW, you can go through this training and get the certification. Then experience new strokes. You can check out CorelDRAW on Twitter. They are running a challenge currently for $1,000, right? So experience new strokes of brilliance with Painterly brush. So if you use their brush to create that design, you will get. So you can watch the tutorial and perform all this. So all these things here are tutorials. Then we have what's new in CorelDRAW. So what has CorelDRAW added new? Now look at this, the latest and greatest CorelDRAW graphic suite. That's their latest one, 2024. To buy it, see how much is it? $36. That is annually. If you want to buy it now, $351 per year. Calm down. Let us check how much is $351 in Naira. So that's 489,000, right? For a year. For you to use CorelDRAW as a designer, you have to pay 489,000 per year, right? This is excluding of what you pay for Photoshop, what you pay for Pinterest, what you pay for any design stuff you'll be using. So now you now know why designers have to charge high. So most of you here who are learning design now, most of you were clients before, right? So in your year of being clients, you would have stressed a lot of designers. So I wanted to just make it clear to you that these are what designers are. Most of the pictures we use for design are not free. You have to pay for it, right? So you pay this money monthly, even though there are some sites that give you free pictures or free whatever you're using. So when people just say we don't, what are you doing? Is it not just laptop? It is not just laptop. So I'm telling you all this so that when you also start your journey, you'll be able to understand what is your client paying for. Alright, so now we want to open a new page. So you can either click on new document or click on Ctrl N on your keyboard. Ctrl N. So let me get to know if you're. Oh, sorry, I didn't get your question before. Jam, you asked a question. Yes, if you're using a crack software, I said when you're putting it on, right? That is, if you have installed the system, if you have installed the CorelDRAW, if you have installed it finished, whenever you want to power the CorelDRAW on, make sure your internet is not connected to your system. When the CorelDRAW is now on, you can now put on your internet. I shouldn't be saying this on a recorded video. She's not going to arrest me. Your one is taking a lot of time to download. Maybe it's your internet. If it's taking a lot of time, if you have like somewhere where they sell computer gadgets or where they install computer softwares, right? You can take your system there and get it they will install it for you. Get them to install CorelDRAW and Photoshop. Then also install Zoom on your laptop so that you can connect with your system at the same time. So that when you are working, I can tell you to share your screen and I will see what you're doing. So let's get back. Like I said in the beginning, it is just like when you're using Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel. Some of the prompts we are using there, like Ctrl N, Ctrl P, Ctrl D, Ctrl Z, Ctrl X, Ctrl C, Ctrl A, Ctrl S, they are almost like the same thing. Right? So if you don't know all this, search online for shortcuts in CorelDRAW. I might help you get some. But that is if I'm in a good mood. Alright. So to open a new page, we can press Ctrl N. If you click on Ctrl N on your keyboard, when I say Ctrl N, I mean Ctrl and N together. Alright, so if I click on Ctrl N, a dialog box. Oh, you will not show the dialog box. You open completely. Let's get back here. So let's say I use new document instead. a dialog box is supposed to come up, maybe because it's 2021. That it's going to ask you if you want the page to be in RGB or in CMYK or whatsoever. So let me use. So after you have opened that, just click on enter. Then your page should open. Why is this stuff not showing a dialog box? So when you open it, it becomes like this. Alright. So then if you notice here, your welcome screen is here, and then you have untitled. So the reason why it's untitled is because we have not saved the file. We have not given it a name. So when you give the file a name, right, you will see the name. Alright. So now let's save this file. Now, most times the system I'm using to teach you guys now is not my personal PC. But if I'm working, because most times our clients trust us so much. You might work for a client this year and they come back to you like 5 years time to ask for that same job. Now, if you are able to provide that job you did for them 5 years ago, it shows how professional you are, right? So most times it's good to have like a hard drive or cloud storage where you save your clients' jobs. But what makes it more professional for me is that I save my files in my documents. Now, I've seen people put on their computer screen. Let me show you, like this desktop now. You see all their desktop is filled up with different elements, right? With documents. Now, that is very wrong. What is supposed to be on your desktop here are just your applications, right? If possible, you shouldn't have them here because a lot of applications or documents on your screen makes your desktop load very slowly, right? Very slowly. So if you need your desktop to open faster, all your documents should be in your document folder. So this is your documents. So inside of the documents, you can save all your files, right? Save a document. So instead of this, I'm using a flash. Alright, so I'll be using my flash to create something. So what I want you to do now, map of Imo. Check Google now. I don't even know map of Imo. If it's not used, or visit Imo State site for Google. Okay, so what you do? Download that picture. Send that for me. You can download the software on your phone, right? But it won't work on your phone. But you can download the software, then send it to your PC and install. Yes, it's possible to, because if you download it will come as a zip file. Please hold on. I want to quickly do. Okay, I don't see. Yes, you can download it on your phone. Then please hold on. I want to quickly do something for someone. Just chill. Please just hold on. You can just look at the screen and see what I'm doing. I'm trying to do something for someone. I'm sending it to the person now. So does anybody have a question so far in everything we've done? Before I continue, yes. You say just outline, Abby? color me black. Like just the out. Okay, I'll send you as PNG. Please just hold on. I'm almost done. Maya is slowing down. Oh, my PC is giving me issue right now. So what I did here, I just brought a picture, right, and I converted it from from a picture to a vector image. We are not yet there yet, sir. I'm just trying to do something for someone. Once I send it, we'll get back to our class. What the heck is going on? Why is this PC slowing down now? Alright, so let's get back. Oh my god. I have too much software opened. That's why you're saying angry. Pardon me on my computer, oh Jesus. You don't see him? You can get it. Check your WhatsApp. Link. Don't worry, I'll look for the link and share it. Alright, so I said this is the header, alright? So we will need to save this. So we're trying to save this before we do that. So you click on file, a PNG ascend. I say convert a PNG it be for you. Try and open up important first. Which software they use that is? And yeah, na PNG. Wait, my finish class. Na PNG, I don't know I think send as PSD. Alright, so I say if you want to save your file, so you see that you click on Ctrl S, right, or Ctrl Shift S. So Ctrl Shift S is save as, right? When you want to save as, giving it a particular name. Alright, so if you click on file here, you see the shortcut to save, Ctrl S, to save as, Ctrl Shift S. So, or you want to save it to cloud or as a template, right? If you want to create a new one, new from template, open from cloud, open from recent. So open from recent means from job that you just did recently, right? So we want to save this file. So if I just click on save, at this moment it's the same thing as save as. So if I click on save, the software will link you to your document. As you can see, it's document. So some persons might just give, as you can see, a lot of persons have used this file and they just type whatever. So what may I do most times, I don't just keep my stuff like this, so that anytime I want to look for it, I can see. So what I do is that I create a folder, all right? So everybody, you create a folder on your system, all right? So you create a folder. So new, I believe everyone should know how to create a folder. So new, and you create a folder.
No, please, can you show us?
Jesus Christ. All right. So to create a folder, right, you use your mouse, right click, right, you scroll down, you look for new, right? So inside of new, you see a lot of stuffs, right? So you select folder, you click on this folder, then you hold on for it. So now you can now give it a name. So we are going to name this folder. Let me see your class name. Graphics away. Why did this stuff go down? So you name the folder. So that folder, it will be easy for you anytime. So it is a design class. You guys are C7, right? Design class C7. Alright, so you name the folder design class C7, or you can name it my graphic design class. So you open it. So inside of the folder, see, I open the folder. Here is it, design class the state. So you name it. As you can see, here I'm seeing CDR CorelDRAW, right? For you not to be confused, in case you are confused, you can create the folder before you start the class already, right? Before you open your CorelDRAW itself. So you can just come here, go to your document, create a folder, simple like this, new folder. You name the folder graphics class, right? Graphics class C7 or design class. As you can see, I have two there now. Graphics class or design class, whatever, two of them, right? So since I have it, I saved it in my USB drive. So your own should be in document. So this is your folder here. So you click on file, you say save, then you look for that folder that you created. So my own is in USB drive, your own should be in your document. So your design class, you open it, so you name it design class C7. So you click on save. So the moment I click on save, you will notice this untitled will change. Just look at it, it will change very soon. the name now is there, design class 67.cdr. So CorelDRAW is the extension, right? So you have seen it. So after you've done this, so everybody should do this. This is like your first assignment. So you do this, create a new folder. So inside this CorelDRAW file is where we'll be doing everything we are doing, right? So we have the edit button, right? We have the view button, a lot of them, right? As we keep going, we'll be touching them, right? So let's just flow through these ones that we have here. Let's just give an intro to them. Then tomorrow we'll be able to touch them like extensively, right? So this is our pick tool, right? So this is the pick tool. So the pick tool is used for selection, position, or transformation of objects. So the pick tool is just like your hand, right? So let's say you have a wardrobe where you have shoes, clothes, whatever thing you have, right? So you can use your hand to touch the shoe, touch the clothes, touch whatever it, move whatever it is, right? So this is what the pick tool does. So let's say you have a box, you have a circle, you have a polygon, right? You have all these things here. Now, for you to touch each item, you need the pick tool. You need the pick tool to move them, to touch them like this. Now, this is what differentiates CorelDRAW from Photoshop, right? So in CorelDRAW, we can touch every single element that we have on our screen. But in Photoshop, we work with layers. So let me just open Photoshop. I'm supposed to show you how the interface looks like also. So look at this is Photoshop. This is Photoshop. Right, pixels. I can change it to inches. Right, let me see. Let me leave it like this. Background color. I can change the background color to white. Right, then I say create. So this is the size now. So just like CorelDRAW, you can see that it has a background, right? It has all those things that you need. Let me hide this floating stuff. So let's say we want to draw like a box here. Here is my box too. Nah, where's the box too? I can't find it here. Let me use text instead. So let's say I use the text tool and I type something here. Just don't bother yourself. I want to just show you the difference between the two softwares. Which you want for the background? See the green would make sense now. Yeah. What did you say? Do the two now. So see what I'm meaning here. So if you look at here now, we have layers, we have background, and we have layer 1. Right? My head no dey. I no hear you talk. Alright. So as you can see now, there is text and there is wait, let me look. If I want to touch this G now, I have to click on this. For me to touch on this, I'm also on background, click on this. So they are layers, right? But in CorelDRAW, without layers, we can touch all the elements that we are seeing at a go. All right. So now that is the explanation for the pick2. It's used for selection, right? Selection for positioning. So I can move them around using the pick2. So if I tap on this object twice, I can be able to rotate it, right? Round it whatever way we want. So the reason why we say we use CorelDRAW is because we say it is a vector-based design. So what do we mean by vector? It means that it is a software that has to deal with calculations. It has to deal with numbers, right? So if you look at our screen here, you realize there are a lot of the X and Y position, right? Then we have measurements here. The width, as you can see, this is the width and this is the height, right? 100%. You can see rotation. So this one now, the rotation is at that 22.51. If I should say the rotation should go to 0, it's upright, right? So there are a lot of numbers here. So you can see all these numbers. This one now, you can reduce it, change it like this, whatsoever way. So another reason why we say it's a vector-based software is that we can create illustrations that no matter how big you make them, they won't lose quality. All right. So if I should increase this circle, like make it bigger, so big, it's going to remain the same way. But now let me show you the difference of pictures and vector images. So I'm going to import a picture in here. What kind of pictures are this one? Let me import this picture. Right, so look at this lady now. So if I start zooming into this lady, there's an extent I'm going to zoom into. You start seeing it's pixelated, right? So this one now is a vector image. Why this one is raster, or you say it's a bitmap image, right? So CorelDRAW creates vector images, right? So we wouldn't touch the other tools for now. Let's just stick to this, and by tomorrow we'll touch the other tools. So we'll do our class activity, which everybody is going to do and submit later. So as you can see, I've been zooming in and zooming out using my mouse. So if you have an external mouse, it's preferable you use an external mouse, right? So you can just scroll and zoom in and zoom out, or you can use the zoom tool here and draw over the screen with your left click. You left click and drag it, then you can zoom in, or use this here to hide. So now I said our classwork, we are going to create what we call a mood board, right? A mood board that is going to showcase examples of graphic designs that inspire us. So how do we do that? First of all, we have to research for graphic designs, right? So where can we get good graphic designs? You can just search flyers on Google, right? You can do that also. So you can search flyers on Google. But most of the flyers on Google, I don't really like them. Most of them look like rubbish. So I prefer to visit Pinterest. Most of these flyers here are looking like templates. So I like to visit. You visit Pinterest.com. So this is like our own Instagram. So you can visit it almost every day to get ideas. Pinterest.com. So we are creating. We said we are creating a mood board. So please take notes of this. You take all these steps that I'm doing also and create it also. So you can explore or you can sign up. I have an account with them, but I'm not going to go through that stress. Network is kind of bad today.
Please, can you repeat yourself? Create a what?
A mood board showcasing examples of graphic design that inspires you. So we can just search for designs. Now I'm on Pinterest. So as I just type designs, I can see a lot of designs here. So whatever one that inspires you, you can just download them. Let's say 4 or 5, then create a mood board with it. So let me take this one. So you can download the image. Alright. So to download here on Pinterest, you click on this button, click on download image, or you can come on the picture and say save image as. But we can click download image. Alright. Download image. I've seen one already, so I think that's enough from here. Let's look for another one. So we'll just look for random images or pictures that inspire you and download them. Right, so you download this one also. Yours can be flyers, yours can be logos. I'm just downloading them randomly. So I've downloaded close to 3 now. I believe everybody here should know how to download pictures now, so that should not really be an issue. Okay, I'll download one final one. I think this dog has been looking at me ever since. So you can choose to download from Pinterest or you download from Google. So now let's create a mood board. So what is a mood board? So a mood board is like collections of designs, right, that can inspire you when you're designing, right? So most times we tend to tell people that no design is original, right? So we get things that can inspire us. Then from there we can create a good design, all right? So we want to first of all show you what is the mood board. So to do that, I will need to know each person's own. So I will need you to put your name on top of it. So you use your text tool. So here, this A, I hope you are seeing the A. A is the text tool. So you tap on it. Then you come here and you type your name. So I'm going to type my own name there, all in capital letter. So my son name, Joshua. What is it? Alright. So as you can see, the font there, we'll explain this one later, but you can see the font here is Arial. That is the default font, and the font size is 24. So you can decide to change the fonts. Most times I like to change my font. I don't like Arial, right? So it's kind of an aging font that we don't use anymore. So I'll use Century Gothic instead. So you can leave yours as Arial, but I'll be using Century Gothic. Then you can decide to duplicate the text, right, by clicking on Ctrl D. You have another one, right? So you can duplicate this text by clicking Ctrl D. You have another one and bring it down. Or we can continue by using our letter A. You go and click enter, just like in Microsoft Word. So what we'll name this is mood board. So we can say assignments. Just put a dash. So you name it a mood board. Mood board. So as you can see, it's not centralized. So you have to come here and align it to the center. Right. So let's bolden it. Just click on the text and click on bold. All right. So now we want to create that mood board. So the question now will be, how do we bring in those pictures that we have downloaded, right? So I need to pay attention to this, because when designing flyers, when designing whatever you're designing, all right, you will need to import pictures, you will need to import items, you need to import anything you are using for designing. All right, so to import pictures, you will see an arrow here at the top, right? So we have import and we have export. So importer and exporter. So to bring in is import. So if you click on Ctrl I, we can import the picture we need, or you just tap here. Alright, so when you tap there, you can import pictures from your downloads. So you're the one that know where you save the picture. My own is in downloads, so I'll click on this first one and I'll hold shift and tap on the last one, so I can bring everything, import. So you can just tap on your screen. If you tap now, the image will come fully, or you can just drag by yourself and give it the size you want it to have. Alright, the size you want it to have. So we have 5 images here. So I'm going to arrange them so that everything fits into this page.
Hello, excuse me.
Yeah?
How were you able to get like the whole pictures at the same time? I was thinking you were gonna do it one after the other. Did you
Okay.
mark them?
I explained, but let me do it again. So if you click on import, right?
Yeah.
So when it opens, so if you click on one item, you can import only that item. But in graphic design, we tend to manage our time. So let's say I want to select just two that are in different place. I can click on this and click on Control on my keyboard and tap on this one. So currently I've selected the dog and this arrow, right? But let's say I want to select from here to here. What I'll do is that when I click on this one, I'll hold shift on my keyboard, shift, right? Then tap on the last one. So automatically it selects everything together. Then I will click on import. Then I can now start pasting them one after the other. You understand that, right?
Yeah, please. How did you paste on the board you're working on? How do you paste it?
It's with your mouse.
Okay, just tap.
Yes. So you can, if you tap, like let me bring this one now. Let me bring 2. If you import now, right? Let's say you just tap with left click. It will give you the full image covering your screen. If you don't want that, you can tap and drag the mouse. You know how to drag mouse now. Just drag the mouse, then you have it. So it's just tapping. That's just it. So in design, it's about arrangement, right? So I need these stuffs to look properly arranged, like really, really arranged. So as we keep designing, you understand all this. Yeah. So I guess I'm okay with this. So now what I'll do is that I will select every one of them. Right? So let's say this is your full page now. You want to select items. There are different ways. You can click on Control A. If you click on Control A, you are selecting everything on the screen, every single thing. Alright? So let's say we want to select a particular group. Like I said, the pick tool is used for selection, position, or transformation of objects. Alright, so whatever tool you are using at the moment, if it's active, there will be a box around it. So it's the pick tool we are using, so a box around it. So you can select items by drawing like a shape around them all together. Right? That's one way of doing it. Another way of doing this is you click on that item, then tap on shift and just keep on tapping on the objects. Right? Just like that. So this is more faster. This is more faster. Or you can just tap, hold shift, tap, 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 tap. Right? So now you can now drag. So when dragging items, make sure you are always dragging them from their edge, the edge. Don't drag from the center, right? Because if you drag from the center, it makes it lose the aesthetic, right? It loses the functionality. It destroys the design. So always drag from the side. So yeah,
Please, sorry, sir.
yeah.
Sorry, sir, please. How
Yeah.
did you merge the pictures together? Is it by highlighting all of them?
Have you been watching what I was doing since?
Yes, yes.
So I've been reducing now. Let's say this one is here, this one is here. Wait, hold on. Let me just scatter this hard work I've done.
I know about it.
Just chill.
But it's as if they are now one picture.
They are not one picture, they are still separate. As you can see, you can move them.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you can move them. So, but if you want them to be together, that is when you're grouping them. So you can select everything and click on Ctrl G. Right? So if I click on Ctrl G now, if I should touch one, I've touched everything. Right? So if I touch one, I've touched everything.
Thank you.
Alright. So here's another thing I want to tell you now. So simple stuff. So now let's say you want this stuff to be at the center of this paper. Right? So the shortcut to that is to press letter P on your keyboard. Just press letter P. It takes to the center of the page. Right? Letter P takes it to the center of the page. So now we want to be sure that, okay, I told you that design is about arrangement. It needs to be arranged, properly aligned. So we want to be sure that, in fact, okay, hold on. These two texts are together. I want to break them apart, like separate them. To do that, I'll press Ctrl K. So if I press Ctrl K, I can now move this one separately. I'll move this one separately. Alright? So now they are separate. So I want this one to not be bold. I don't want this one to be bold. Yeah, so that your name will have more relevance. So we'll give this one font size of 30. Right? So, and this one will make it let's say 25. So now we want to know if this thing is at the center. How do we know if it's the center? To make it align to this one, you can quickly click on this one, hold shift, hold this item and click letter C. Let me do it again. If this thing is here, let's say your text is scattered and you want to bring it to the center, you will hold this text. Now these pictures are already centralized, all right? So we want to be at the center with these ones. So what we are going to do is that we are going to click on the text, hold it with this, and say letter C. It comes to the center. Tap on your name, hold it with the text, tap letter C. It's at the center. Now we are sure that everything we have done is properly aligned. Now you will be like, what next should I do? What am I going to do next? Now for you to submit the assignment, I'm thinking of, let me take this name down. Let's put it down. So in your own assignment, this is how I want to see it. So what do you want to do next? I'm going to group my name and this. No, I'm not doing that. So we have this like this now. We need to export this image. So to bring in is import. To send out is what? Is export. Right? So if I should export this picture, right? CorelDRAW is going to select my rulers. CorelDRAW is going to select from here. Look at those rulers that I'm bringing out. CorelDRAW will cut from where the name starts and when it ended. That's where CorelDRAW is going to cut from and preview for us. So now, in order to not do that, you have to now draw your own background. So for those using like 2018 on their system or whatever, you can just double tap on this box twice. A box will appear here for you. But for this one I'm using 2021 or 2022, you can come here, draw the box yourself. Just draw the box from here to here. Right? So we want to be sure that this box we drew is the size of A4. Now an easy way to do that is just tap on an empty screen. So when you tap on an empty screen, you will see the size of A4, right? So this is the size of A4 here, 8.268 by 11.693. Mind you, the measurement is in inches. So when you're using your own, make sure your measurement is in inches. So check here, there are a lot of measurements here. We have inches, millimeters, points, pixels, feet, yards, kilometers. What you're using is inches. Alright, that is our measurement. So the measurement for A4 is 8.268 by 11.693. So let's click on our box and see our size. We have 8.367, so let's change to 8.268. The size of this one is 11.693, and then you make this box 11.693. So now we want it to be at the center of the page. So you might just take it here by yourself and it might not be arranged properly. So instead of that stress, just click on the box and click on letter P. It will fly to the center. So like this, now we have this. Now let's say you now give this box a color. You realize something. It is at the front of the page. So you have to send it to the back of the page. So how to do that? You click on Shift and page down. So Shift page down takes it to the back. Shift page up brings it forward. Shift and page down. So look on your keyboard. You find where there is Shift page down and Shift page up. Give the box color white. I don't want it to have color. Then if you look closely, you notice some black line around it. So we'll deal with all those ones later. It is called an airline. So remove the airline, say none. Alright. To fit. So while designing, you know that you have to zoom in and zoom out, zoom in and zoom out. So now this is what we have. So this is like a mood board that can inspire someone, right? So everybody should try this out. Then when you're done, you export it. So this is our export button. Don't click on PDF, click on export. So when you click on export, now we'll go back to our folder. Where is that class? Design class. This is where I want you to put it. So inside of here, you create a new folder inside that design class. You click on new, you name it folder. Now that folder, you name it assignments. Assignments, right? So open the assignments. Then you name the assignments. What would you call it? Mood boards. Now the extension here is PNG, but change it to JPEG. Default setting should be JPEG, right? So it should be a JPEG file. Then you click on export. It has exported. Now for some softwares, for some other ones, when you click on export, it will ask if you want to export as CMYK or as RGB. I don't know, this CorelDRAW is not showing love. It is. For our next class, I won't use this particular software. I'll use another one. So if you go to your folder, you will see the assignments that you have done. So assignment, look at the picture here. See it, it has turned to a picture. So what you do is you go to our WhatsApp group, then you submit it. You type assignment day 1. Now make sure your name is at the top, then you write assignment mood board, so we'll know who owns which one. So I'm going to send mine to the WhatsApp group right now. I've been trying to install the app. The app is not on Google Play Store now. On your phone or where? I told you that it's the software for computer. Don't worry, see, I'll try to download the video. Like I told you, visit Get Into PC. From Get Into PC, you can get the image you want and do your assignment. So that will be all for today. So like I told you at the beginning of the class. So right now, go to the chat box, right? And start typing your name. So if you have any questions, we'll take it in the WhatsApp group, all right? So if you have questions, type them on the WhatsApp.
Sir,
Yeah?
sorry, just a very quick question.
All right, ask.
Please, the video, I don't know if we can get it today because the network for me is really disturbing, and some of the explanations I didn't want to start interrupting.
Okay.
I just had to follow from wherever I yes, so I can do the assignment today.
No problem. I'll try to get the.
And then the link for the CorelDRAW too, so that we can download it.
Yeah, I'll share it. I'll share the link.
Thank you very much, sir.
This is not the only assignment. I told you everybody needs to open a LinkedIn account. So open your LinkedIn accounts today. In fact, I will give you an avenue to get followers. So once you open your LinkedIn account, right, share your link to the WhatsApp group, and everybody will connect with you. So every single person, open a LinkedIn account today. If you don't have, then you follow the DCEP account, so that we'll be posting our assignments and tagging them, please, so that people will know that we are really teaching, right? So you post your assignments there. So type your names on the chat box. I'll be back to check it. Excuse me. please keep dropping your attendance. I think 12 people at least, 12 persons. It's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just 7 names. Has every other person gone? It's the names that I see here that will mark. Oh. Type your full name.
Please, I have a question.
Alright. I'm hearing you.
Okay, I was lost along the line due to network.
Okay.
It was cracking. I wasn't pleased if we after breaking separating the tests like using Control K,
Yeah.
and so then I stopped at where you tap letter C to bring the name to the middle. So that was where I stopped before the network was disturbing
I
and I
didn't
got lost.
I didn't really do much after that. What I just did after that was I drew a box for the background. I drew a box over the background so that when we export it, it will have a background. But not to worry. Anywhere you didn't get this, I'm recording the class. So once I'm done with recording, I'll share it in our WhatsApp group for my image.